If you are searching for a powerful and emotionally charged novel filled with mystery, mysticism, and human complexity, then Our Share of Night by Mariana Enriquez might be the book you've been waiting for. This fascinating text, which has received numerous positive reviews and accolades, including the prestigious 2019 Premio Heralde de Novela, marks a milestone in contemporary Argentine and Latin American literature. Our Share of Night is a dark and deep journey through the human soul, centered around the relationship between a father and his son within the context of a secret esoteric sect that practices black magic rituals. The story follows Gaspar and his father, Juan, as they try to escape the clutches of a secret order known as the Order, which has the ability to summon an entity called the Darkness, a supernatural force beyond human understanding and morality. Throughout the novel, Enriquez masterfully intertwines horror with realism, creating a narrative where both supernatural and human horrors blend indistinguishably. This fusion allows her to explore, in a raw and sincere way, the nature of evil, suffering, power, and survival in an environment where the grotesque and the supernatural are as real as the most human emotions. The geographical journey also plays a fundamental role in the story, taking us to various places in Argentina and, at times, immersing us in the dark years of the military dictatorship, where violence and horror become even more intense. The story unfolds across different eras, spanning several decades, and plays with temporality and fragmentation, creating a sense of uncertainty and chaos that keeps the reader on edge at all times. One of Enriquez's greatest achievements in Our Share of Night is the creation of deeply complex and tragic characters who struggle with moral dilemmas and internal conflicts that transcend the ordinary. Juan, the father, is physically fragile, yet possesses extraordinary and terrifying power. As a medium, he can channel the darkness, but this gift has turned him into a tortured figure, trapped in his own suffering, fully aware that his power is both a blessing and a curse. Gaspar, his son, is at the center of this struggle, as his future is marked by the cursed inheritance that Juan desperately wants to prevent. Throughout the book, we watch as Gaspar is drawn into this world of horrors, while Juan desperately tries to protect him, despite circumstances that seem inescapable. The father-son relationship is one of the most touching cores of the novel, filled with tension, love, and sacrifice. In addition to the protagonists, the secondary characters, such as the members of the Order and other key figures in Juan and Gaspar's lives, are equally well developed. Each of them represents a different facet of power, ambition, and human decay, adding layers of complexity to the plot. This book falls within the horror genre, but it's not conventional or easily digestible horror. Enriquez draws inspiration from Gothic horror traditions, as well as from fantasy and magical realism, allowing her to create a world where the paranormal blends seamlessly with the everyday. Additionally, the influences of authors like H.P. Lovecraft, Shirley Jackson, and Stephen King are evident, but Enriquez gives the work a distinct voice, deeply rooted in the Latin American, and particularly Argentine, context. The atmosphere of the novel is oppressive, dark, and at times unsettling, with detailed and vivid descriptions that trap the reader in a suspenseful and terrifying environment. From the Order's rituals to the desolate landscapes of jungles and cities, each setting is carefully constructed to provoke an emotional response. Enriquez does not shy away from difficult terrain, where the human body, pain, and sacrifice are recurring themes, making the reading experience intense and visceral. Our Share of Night is a novel that defies literary conventions. Mariana Enriquez, previously known for her short stories and tales of horror, takes a significant leap with this expansive novel, which solidifies her place in the international literary scene. She not only revisits elements of the horror genre, but also reinvents them from a unique perspective, introducing political, social, and cultural themes that enrich the plot and elevate it beyond the merely supernatural. One of the novel's great achievements is how it delves into Argentina's dictatorship and its aftermath. Although the horror in the novel is primarily fantastical, Enriquez uses this framework to reflect on the very real horrors of the military regime: disappearances, violence, and repression. This fusion of the historical and the fantastical gives the novel emotional depth and resonance, making it a relevant and thought-provoking work within the context of Latin American literature. Furthermore, Enriquez also explores the concept of power, both individually and collectively. The power of the order, the power of the darkness, and the power each character exerts or suffers within their own environment become fundamental axes for understanding the internal and external conflicts that permeate the novel. This makes the book not only an exploration of the supernatural, but also a profound meditation on power structures and their ethical and moral implications. Our Share of Night is a monumental work, both in its length and its narrative ambition. Mariana Enriquez has created a novel that transcends genres, blending horror, fantasy, and realism into a gripping story about power, survival, and filial love in a world filled with horrors. If you are looking for a novel that will challenge you and keep you on edge, while immersing you in a dark atmosphere and characters fighting to survive in a world that seems to be crumbling, this book is undoubtedly a must-read. Mariana Enriquez has written a contemporary masterpiece, and its reading will not only make you reflect on the world's horrors, but also on the ability of literature to confront them. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this recommendation. Together, we form a community of readers united by the magic of reading and the adventure of discovering new stories. Thank you.